טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. How good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד.
How good it is for all of us to be together, for us to join tonight in the celebration as we commemorate Pride Shabbat and the joy we have for one another and for couples to be able to be together, whomever they may be. There is so much pain and sorrow in the world. My prayer for us this evening is that the worship we do, the celebrating we do, the joy that we have in tonight's service will be the beginning of a time for all of us to come together, to hold hands with one another, and to live in that era of coexistence in a beautiful and wonderful way. Let's take a moment now to reflect upon the week that has been and what each of us must do in order to make that coexistence come to be.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Ina Horn, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Anshe Emeth Memorial Temple. Thank you for joining us for this evening's Shabbat service to honor the movement for LGBTQ equality and inclusion. Together, we can make sure that each person has the right and support to share themselves in a way that is present and sacred for them. Now let us feel the warmth of Shabbat as we invite Dave and Carrie Snyder to the Bima to light the Shabbat candles and lead us in the blessings that may be found on pages 2 and 3 in your prayer books. Shabbat Shalom.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. And their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own way, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with the mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Lechado di likrat kala. Come, my beloved, to welcome Shabbat. Come, my beloved, we say to Shabbat. We turn and welcome her in. Sometimes we compare her to a bride, sometimes to a queen. Every time we compare her to a woman and ourselves to a group of male lovers waiting for her to arrive. We don't get enough stories about women who are loved by women and men who are loved by men. We don't get enough stories about lovers who are neither men or women. We don't get enough stories in which love does not fade, in which we see ourselves as the lovers and Jews we are. We have been given something in Ruth and Naomi, in David and Jonathan, and in Joseph, something we hold and cherish, but that has also been clouded, questioned, and hidden. We honor that, we honor them, but we want more, and we deserve more. Every Friday we bow, and in front of us is more. In front of us is love. Love however we feel it. Love that fills our Shabbat and our tradition that honors the lovers. The Chadodi is on pages 20 and 21.
Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabela la la. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmi anu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem hibul tiferet v'litehila la la lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor haberacha, merosh mikerev nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavatechi la 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 lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech hir melucha, kumitzeim mitoch ha'hafecha, Rav lach shevet be'emek ha'becha, Vehu yachamol alayich elan lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Hitna'ari me'afar kumi, Livshei bigdei tifartecha ami, Al yaben yishai beit halachmi, Korva el nafshi ge'ala lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Heat already, Kiva orech kumiori, Uri shir daveri, Kevod Adonai alai nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevoshi velo tikalmi, ma tishtochachi, u'ma tehmi bach yechesu. Aniye ami v'nivneta irati la. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Vehayu limshi shozaik verachaku, kol mevalayik yasis alayik Elohayik, kimsos chatan akala. Hey, lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Yamin usmol tifrotzi be'et Adonai, ta'aritzi al yad ish, ben parzi v'nismecha v'nagila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala,
We rise in either body or spirit.
Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha u'vetzola tochem unei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We continue with Chatzi Kaddish on page 26.
Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
ועל מה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאבירה בעלמה וימרו Amen.
We rise in either body or spirit for the Baruch Hu.
Yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai. Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Page 30. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bivaro Ma'ariv Aravim B'chokhmah Poteach She'arim Uvitfuna Mishanei Tim Umachalif Et Hazmanim Umisader Et HaKochavim B'mishmerotem Barakia Kirtzono Borei Yom V'Laila Golel Or Mipnei Choshech V'Choshech Mipnei Or Umavir Yom Umevi Laila Umavdil Ben Yom Uvein Laila Adonai Tzvaot Shemo El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Imloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahavta Amcha Mishpatim Otanu lemadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shofenu U'b'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha U'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla negei yomam v'layla ve'avatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch Atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael Ohev Amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Shem kevod,
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Our people came out of Egypt, a mixed multitude, the sprays of dividing waters, sparkling diamonds all around them. We stood together at Sinai, all of us, future, past, present, amid the rumble of thunder and the crack of bright lightning, to enter into covenant with the one who loves us, in whose shining image we are all created over and over again, created in the image of God. We have wandered bleak landscapes, built flimsy tents of skin and then houses of stone. We have planted orchards and vineyards, seen 2 temples rise and then go down in the surging flames, forcing us into exile. We have loved and lost, grieved and danced, transgressed and celebrated, hidden, suffered, thrived. And we gather here this day in the community of our people, a mixed multitude, and we sing out, "Hear, O Israel, we stand together, all of us, descendants of a single first human, created on the 6th day, and of our myriad parents down through the generations, too numerous to name. We stand together, linked arms, and pray together as one. Blessed are you, God of the universe, who sanctifies us with the commandments to love ourselves for who we are and the ones we love in all our varied and multitude of ways, and blesses us with a diamond-bright radiance that still ripples out from your first spoken words of creation." Page 40.
Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osei feleh, Nora tehilot osei feleh, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Tehara'u banecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe Miriam, ze'eliyanu ve'amru, ze'eliyanu ve'amru, Adonai imloch Adonai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh, mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh. Norah
Tehilot,
oseh
Feleh,
Norah
Tehilot,
oseh
Feleh, Adonai, Imloch leolam va'ed. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'haminenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'haminenu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'haminenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'haminenu shomreinu l'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Adonai Satai Tifta, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Adonai Satai Tifta, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Adonai Satai Tifta, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Baruch Ata Adonai, Eloheinu, Ve'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Konei Hakol, Ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממיד ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue silently now with Tfilat HaLev, the personal and private prayer of the heart, either using what's written in your prayer book until page 63, or more importantly, the words inscribed upon your heart, after which you may be seated.
יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
Shabbat Shalom once again. Just a few announcements before we conclude our service and head off to dinner and to hear wonderful Torah spoken by our guest of honor tonight, Dr. Jay Michelson, who I've been waiting for this night for, I think we planned it a year and a half. It felt like 5 or 6 years ago we planned it, but that's life in a pandemic. I'm very excited to welcome Dr. Michelson to our congregation this evening. He will be speaking at around 8 o'clock tonight. Fred, do you think 8? Fred says around 8 o'clock tonight. We're going to be live streaming his lecture from Reitman Hall, so if you aren't joining us for dinner, or if you're at home right now, on YouTube Live, it will be streaming around 8 o'clock tonight. It's Jewish Standard Time, so we're pretty good, mostly. If you don't see it at 8:01, give us a minute or two before you start texting somebody. We have a wonderful weekend planned, or rather a wonderful Sunday planned, with our first congregational breakfast in 3 years. And with it is also our blood drive, and our silent auction will also close on Sunday. So there's a lot doing Sunday morning. I hope you will all join us. Everything starts nice and early. Fred, are you looking for people to help cook still? If you're thinking that you would like to cook for our congregational breakfast, you can see Fred in the back corner. I'm sure Dr. Joe as well would love to help out. Big thank you tonight to Dave Schlossberg for being our accompanist and lifting up the voice of our tradition, the sound and music of our tradition. At the conclusion of our service, we're going to join together for Kiddush and Motzi in Reitman Hall before dinner. If you aren't coming to dinner and you still want to do Kiddush and Motzi with us, I'm sure that's something we can figure out, and I think there's also an oneg to go if you're heading out at that point too. Maybe not an oneg to go. By the look on Fred's face, oneg to go is questionable. Forget I said that, strike it from the record. On this Shabbat Eve, as we join together as one congregation to celebrate creation and the joy of life and living, we turn our thoughts to those in our community for whom life has become precarious because of health or hospitalization. O God of healing, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers together with the prayers of those who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen them the healing powers you place within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and their families. And may they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu hu yivarech et hacholim refuat hanefesh refuat haguf hashta'ah b'ga'alav b'zman kariv v'nomar amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless those in need of healing. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit as together we say, Amen.
Source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mekor habracha la'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We continue now on page 282 as we rise in either body or spirit for Elenu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Yesh kochavim sho'oram magia arza. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we've loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. With hearts that ache and are saddened, we name now those whom death has recently taken from us, those whose families are observing the Shloshim. We remember Beth Levinston, wife of Charles of blessed memory, mother of Donna and Ricky, and Bruce and Roxanne, grandmother of Carly and Danny, Max and Jack. We remember Rita Spritzer, wife of Henry of blessed memory, mother of Maura and Rose and Al and Theodore of blessed memory, and Kathy, grandmother of Jordan and Sarah. And we remember Helen Senzel, wife of Eli Miller of blessed memory, Irving Schwartz of blessed memory, and Harold Senzel of blessed memory, mother of Rabbi Bennett and Joan Miller, Andrew and Vicky Schwartz, and Sue Ellen and Ronald of blessed memory Johnson, sister of Sarah and Billy, Betty and Pearl and Marion, grandmother of Rabbi Ellie Miller and Carrie and Jed Nussbaum, Jacob and Carolyn Schwartz, Rabbi Ari and Becky Schwartz, Rabbi Zachary and Rachel Schwartz, and Michelle and Thomas Chapin, and Emmy and Max Zerner, and great-grandmother also of 16 great-grandchildren, and aunt of Howard and Merrill Verb. It's also my sad duty to report to you that the mother of Lila Alterman recently passed away today, and following Shabbat we'll be sending out information about her funeral which will be Monday here in the sanctuary at 11:30. On this Shabbat, we also recall those dear ones who died at this season in years past, and whose names we record with love in our service booklet this evening. Their names are forever bound to our hearts and are permanently inscribed throughout our building. And if you are joining us tonight to say Kaddish for a loved one and you are online, please either say their names aloud at home or type their names into the chat either on YouTube, Facebook, or our temple's streaming site so that we can lift up the names of your loved ones with you. And if you're here in person to say Kaddish for a loved one, please say their names as I look out to you. Zikronam livracha. May all their names and memories only be for a blessing. I invite all the mourners, if able, to rise for Kaddish Tome, Mourner's Kaddish, on page 294. Yitgadal, v'yikadash, shemei rabbah, v'yalmad yivrach hirotei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chai echon, v'yom echon, v'chai dekol beit Yisrael, b'agalav izman kariv v'yimru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach leolam olamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudeshav b'richu, leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, da'amiran v'yalma v'yimru, amen. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. May the source of peace bestow peace to all who mourn. May we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved, as we say, amen.
Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru, amen. We close our service this evening with the singing of Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, found on page 353. We rise. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu,
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu,
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Adonai, you have loved the people Israel with a never-ending love. You have given us your Torah, laws, and statutes to guide us so that our lives may be filled with holiness and happiness. We know that we must find ways to strengthen our faith and hope in you. Your Torah acts as our inspiration. Help us, O God, to find ways to renew our commitments as Jews. Teach us to feel proud of all of our identities, no matter who we may be. For you, Adonai, made us who we are. So we say, praised are you, source of all, who is the lover of the people of Israel and inspires us to love. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Amen and Shabbat Shalom.